Hi, what is up everyone? It is the end of the month. That means it's time for another pickups video. And we got a mix of things, figures, and some movies, and some games. And I got actually a pretty good haul of stuff for this. But before we get going into that, I want to ask all of you, what did you get? I'd be curious to hear what you guys have to say, so don't forget to leave your feedback below in the comments for that. That said, let's get started with these. So, I did get some more stuff from Video Game Plus, but that's its own thing we're gonna get to in a minute. I'm gonna go with some of these other ones first here. The first thing is, I know this one's already free on PS Plus, but I saw it was on sale, and it's also from, a Canadian developer, and it's a developer that I like. I know it's gotten some flack and everything, but I still want to see what it's all about. And that's a Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Now this is the deluxe edition that was on sale, so it comes with bonus content for it. And you know what, I won't argue with the price tag, and I know with everything that's been like around this game with its controversy and all that stuff and how its development went, which I feel for BioWare when it comes to that. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. But I want to try this because I like Dragon Age, and I want to see what it has to offer. So that's going to be something to get to. And then this one is also something. I tried the first game, I didn't like it too much, but this one looked interesting and it comes with everything with it. I just liked its style, and I know it went through development hell, but it eventually made its way out. So I'm glad to actually see it come to fruition, and that's Dead Island 2. So this is the Ultimate Edition, as you can see, for PS5. So it clearly comes with all the bonus content in the back here. So there was like some DLC and I think some costumes as well. So that's gonna be fun. I do like me some zombie slaying, and even though I didn't have much interest with the first game, even though I tried a little bit of it, I'm more excited for this one. This actually looks like a lot of fun. Now these ones here, let's go over some Switch games. Now, one of these I've been wanting for a long time, and I missed out getting it at launch, but I had some redemption points to use, so I decided to pick this up along with something else with it too, just to take advantage of it. But the one I really wanted was this, and that's new Pokemon Snap. Now, I remember playing Pokemon Snap on the N64 with a friend who had it, and I had fun with this game. I had fun with Pokemon Snap, and I want to see what the new one has to offer. I did try at least the first level for it, just to see what it's about, but this reminds me of that game. It's a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to have some fun with this one too. But if you've played Snap, let me know how it is. And then this one, this originally came out on the Wii, and then it got an HD, it got HDified, or an HD remaster of sorts for Switch, and that is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Now, I haven't played this one, but I've heard this one was mixed, like at a mixed response for it. Like, I heard it was decent, but it could have been better, and I've heard the Switch version is actually better for it, because the biggest thing that the Switch version does give is not only do you get the motion controls, but you also get button-only controls for it, so you can play with it as a standard controller. So I'm hoping that can make it better with it, but again, this is one I haven't played, and it's one I'm going to get to, but it's another one to add to the Switch collection. So now for these, this next couple of games here are all from Video Games Plus, which, again, not sponsored or anything, but I just love buying my games from them, and they're pretty much one of my go-tos, I would say. So let's start with these. So first thing is, this is something I saw. It's a brawler game, and I never really delved too much into it. One of the selling points I remember, I think, was Maximilian is in this game. But that wasn't really a selling point for me. It's just the fact that it's a brawler, but the fact that he's in there is a bonus, I think. And that's a Jitsu Squad. It looks like a fun little beat 'em up. I do like its art style. And it's another one to add to the collection. I do like those, and then it also comes with at least a little pamphlet in there, so that's a nice little bonus for that. But the big one I wanted to get with this was this here, because I played the sequel for this originally when I got a PSP. It was the first game I got for the PSP, and I had so much fun with it. But I saw this existed, and it was unfortunate that we're not getting a physical copy of it here, so I had to import this one. But Video Games Plus carried it, and that's Patapon 1 and 2 remaster. So you get the first 2 Patapon games here, and I was mostly interested in this just for 2 because I love 2. So the first one's nice. The only weird thing with this collection is that it doesn't include Patapon 3, which, like, I don't understand why, but again, it's got 2. It's the one I really wanted. So I'm happy to have this. I'm glad to see this exist, and a reason I went for the Switch was, again, it reminds me of the PSP, because it was built for a portable system, so it makes sense for that. I could have got it for PS5, but this one, again, like I said, makes more sense. And then, let's go with another brawler. Now, there is a sequel for this one coming, and I did back it, and, you know, I'm hoping it comes to fruition and actually is released. I'm pretty sure it will be, but I never got to play the original, so I decided to pick up the original for this one, and that's Mayhem Brawler. Yes, another brawler game, but you know what? I'm okay with that. It's, again, got a cool look to it, and I'm looking for more to add to the collection. So, this one, I'm excited to get to, and I can't wait for that sequel to come out. I just hope it's good. Next thing, we're going to go down nostalgia lane here, because I played quite a bit of this back in the day on PC, well, except for the 4th one, which I played on the original Xbox more. But it is nice for it to see a remaster, because I didn't think this was going to happen. And that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. So I spent more time with 4, I think. No, 3, sorry. I did spend a lot of time with 4, and I loved 4. But the only thing that's kind of bummed out with this is that they didn't carry over the campaign mode from, or the career mode from 4 into this. So it's, you still got the standard 2-minute time attack for it. So, but I do have the original THPS4 for PS2, and then I actually got it working on PC now. Thanks, Sen, for helping me out with that. But I'm glad to have this. It's I didn't think this was going to happen, but I'm glad it happened. And now that I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, this is kind of complete. But there is something else that's tied to this. I did order it. You'll see it in the next pickups video, provided I get it in, so stay tuned for that one. But on top of getting that, I also got some other things from Video Games Plus, like I said. So there's this one here. I feel like they've milked this quite a bit, but they've done interesting spin-offs with it, like being a Muso, and then, you know, a newer version, just like they did with their other installments. But this is something a little more different, and not one that I expected. So for Persona 5, they did Tactica. So this is a tactics game, and I've seen it. It looks interesting. It's got a cute little art style to it, so it's not like what you saw with Strikers or Royal or even standard P5 here. So I'm curious to try this one out at some point. I didn't get to play it on Game Pass, so I couldn't say because it was on there for a bit. So I can't say if it's any good, but if for any of these, if you guys have played them, let me know. And then here are some kind of day 1 editions or special editions here that I got. This one I just got on a whim because it was cheap, and it looked like a lot of fun, and I do like this developer for some of their other games that they've done, but I've decided to pick up Endless Dungeon. This is the day 1 edition for it. But you also get some cool bonuses like some DLC, you also get an art book, and you also get some playing cards with it too, on top of a soundtrack. But it's cheap. I know of the developer, and I thought this could be an interesting one to try, so that'll be one to look forward to. But I should open this up and at least redeem the soundtrack codes and maybe the DLC stuff, so it doesn't expire or anything, which can happen. This one here, I actually just sat through a playthrough of this with Godo because we did some recordings for this for his channel, so hopefully those will be up soon. But I played this originally on PC back in the day and I liked it, and I'm glad it got a remaster, and I want to go through it now myself, and that's for The Thing. Now this is the sequel to the movie, and I didn't know that at the time, but this was my first debut, or like my first introduction to what The Thing is, and I enjoyed the game. It was a bit tough, but I enjoyed it, and it actually got me to watch the original movie. I know there's a prequel movie as well. I haven't seen that. I've seen a few clips, but I think I should at some point. But this is the special edition of The Thing, so it comes with a couple of bonuses, as you can see here. So like a steelbook, a poster. You also get Blake's ID card. Yeah, Blake's ID card, not Whitley. Whitley is someone you will meet in the game, though, for that. But I'm glad to have this one here for that because I never got to own it physically, and now I can. And then this one here, this one I did receive a code for it, courtesy of like publisher. So again, big thank you for that. I know I haven't done a review for this. I'm sorry for that, but I played through these games on stream. We played through both of them, and those were my first exposures to it. And I had fun with them. I really liked it, and the fact that that they were doing a physical copy for it, I had to support it, and that's for Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered. Experience Raziel's journey, and I like these games. And if you want a quick review of it, if you haven't played these are worth playing. They are definitely of that era, but I think they work well, and is a nice change of pace from some of the things that we have out there. But this special edition, as you can see, comes with a physical copy of the game. You also get a steelbook, an art book, and a soundtrack for it as well. So that's nice to have. I know there's another one of these coming out for Tomb Raider 4 through 6. I have that ordered, so I have to play through those, just like the 1 through 3 ones. So I'm hoping to get to those at some point. But it's nice to have that in the collection. So that's all the stuff from Video Games Plus there. From Jitsu Squad up to Soul Reaver 1 and 2. Again, they're one of my favorite places to go to buy games and stuff, and I do have more stuff coming, so you'll see that eventually when it happens. But now, let's go into a bit of a different path. I did get some movies, and we'll start with this. Well, 2 movies and a show. Let's go with this movie first, because I have most of these ones in this universe, but they made a sequel to probably one of my favorite ones, and I didn't get my hands on it until recently, and that's for this. Yes, I know, creepy cover, but I liked the Nun movie. It was entertaining for what it was, and I want to see the sequel. And I know there's a 4th Conjuring movie coming out this year. I really want to watch that, because I want to see Ed and Lorraine again. So I have the Nun 2, that's one of them. And then this one here, again, I kind of bought this one digitally because it was cheap on like the Google Play Store. But again, you know how I am, and I like to own physical copies of stuff. And the fact that this existed and they just did a new 4K version of it, I figured I should go with that one instead of the DVD one. And that's for this movie, Constantine. And no, it's not just because Keanu Reeves is in it. There is a sequel for this coming, but I saw this, I liked this movie, but I'm excited for the sequel, and I'm glad to actually have this in a collection for 4K. And then this one here, this is a franchise that I really like on PC, and I heard it got a TV show, and what I heard of the show was good. I never got to watch it, but then I saw that they were doing like a box set for season 1, so I figured I may as well grab it. And that's for Fallout. Now, I've heard good things about Fallout, the show. So I'm going in with some expectations of it being very well done. I do know there is a season 2 coming, and there are some other shows in the works from this team. Like, I think I heard something about a Wolfenstein one now coming in the works, and there was another one too. I forgot what it was, but if you guys know, tell me what it is. But I've heard good things with this, so I'm curious to see where it goes. Now the next 2 things, these are figures now. Now, I bought one of these before. You saw this one for Ichigo, and I liked that figure, but I saw another one here. And these are both these figures are both from McFarlane. But here's one of them. So here's Ichigo. I got another one for him. This is from the 1,000-Year Blood War, so it actually looks like it's got some pretty good detail on it and everything. I was hoping that there was one for Yoruichi, because that's a figure I would love to have, a Yoruichi figure in my collection, because she's my favorite character, next to Ichigo for this. So that's that one. And then this one here, this is part of their Elite Editions, and I think this is the first one in that series. I did order a couple more, but going off of this one actually looks pretty good. And that's for this one. Doom: The Dark Ages. So He actually looks really good, and you do get a fair amount of things with it. I did see a review for this recently, and it seems like it did pretty well. Like, maybe there's not too much articulation for them, but again, I don't know too much about those details for that. You'd probably want to go see one of those reviews if you're looking for more information about it, but with what I've seen in here, this thing looks cool, and I'm curious to get the other ones that I have ordered. I will say one of them is a Fallout one, so, but that won't be until I think around the end of the year if the release date I'm told is correct. So stay tuned for that one. But this is pretty much what I've gotten for the month. This is a really good haul of stuff. I like all of these, and I can't wait to crack open some of them and see what they're all about. But for you guys, let me know what you guys got. I'd be curious to know, so leave your feedback below. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and I thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this. It really means a lot to me. So until next time, everyone, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.